rapid train bound for Ulm will soon arrive on track number 12 for your safety.
Morning everyone, hope you guys are having a wonderful day. My name is Kyle. I work as a professional wedding photographer in Japan. And in this channel, I make both short video and long video about life, travel, and food in Japan. If you ask anyone who came to Japan before, ask them what do they think about this country, probably 9 out of 10 people will say, it's a brilliant country. The food here is good, the people here is very polite, the girls over here, they are very cute. Everything appears nearly perfect. And after nearly spending 10 years in Japan, I would say those things, they are just the tip of the iceberg. There are so many other things that are not what you think. And in today's video, we are going to talk about these issues. First, following orders. During the World War II, October 25, 1944, the first kamikaze suicide bomber attacked Allied warship during the ferocious Battle of Leyte Gulf. Kamikaze attacks were a Japanese suicide bombing tactic designed to destroy Allied warships. In that time, Japanese considered the goal of damaging or sinking large number of Allied warships to be a just reason for suicide attacks. Many Japanese soldiers at the front line consider fight or die for the emperor is a huge honor a man can reach. When their commanding officer ordering them to fly in their aircraft towards Allied warships, they will do it without hesitation. For those people who doesn't follow this order, they will be treated as a coward, a shame of their family. Even those orders are telling them to die for meaningless. Obviously, during the present day, the ideology of those kamikaze suicide no longer exists anymore. But part of that character still remains among modern Japanese society. There's a Japanese word nearly everyone knows it, but you won't find it on the dictionary, which is horenso, hokoku, renraku, sodan, report, contact, consulting. Whatever you do, and before whatever the decision you are going to make, you have to report first. And speak of the horenso, there's actually something I really want to share it with you guys. Last month, I went to Ibaraki for a business trip. I meet some client, I had a great lunch with them. When everything is done, when I was leaving that building, I accidentally dropped my laptop in the hallway. I didn't realize it until I was home. And it was already 12:30 in the middle of the night. So it's impossible to go back to the Ibaraki and pick up the laptop. In the next morning, I made a decision by myself. I made a phone call with my client and I asked him politely, hey, if you found any laptop on the hallway, can you just pick it up and send it to me? And I will cover that delivery payment. And of course they said yes and they found it. So in that moment I was pretty relaxed. My priority was trying to recover the laptop ASAP because there's a lot of client information inside that laptop and if anything happens, that's on me. And that building was kind of like a guest house, so basically everyone can get access to it. But when I get back to the office and I'm reporting these issues to my superior, my senpai sitting around me, they were very angry. They are not angry about I accidentally dropped the laptop. They are angry at me because I made those decisions by myself. They told me I have to report it to my superior first. Let him decide what to do next, but not just totally acting by my own will. If you're working at a Japanese company, then you have to be careful because Japanese people, they really hate if you are making those decisions by yourself. But when that guy finished his speech, I asked him, you want me to leave that laptop on the floor of that hallway? Even there's a potential risk that some guest might just pick it up and sell it to a second-hand used shop or online until I getting any further instruction. Cause that laptop worth some money. It's a MacBook Pro with M2 chips. After he hearing that, suddenly he was speechless. And he just standing out there and staring at me for like 30 seconds. And man, that was the longest 30 seconds I ever had in my whole goddamn life. In the end, my client sent back my laptop and it was still one piece. It was my fault. I shouldn't drop that laptop at the first time. It's a small incident, but from this case, you can see how Japanese people are willingly to following these rules. Hokoku, renraku, sodan. My supervisor didn't get mad at me because I made the right choice. But he also told me next time, be more careful and trying to avoid act differently. Which brings us to the next subject. With no doubt, we are living at a society comprised of rules. legal system. Because without rules, we live with the animal. And Japanese people, they have a much more higher standard about these rules. Acting differently could end up with causing troubles for others. And causing troubles for other peoples in Japan is extremely prohibited. Because that's what they've been told from their parents, from their school, and from their senpai. So let me show you an example. It's the lunchtime in Monday, so you go to the nearest convenience store, you grab some sandwich, you grab a bottle of green tea, you bought some fried chicken. Totally it cost you around like 672 Japanese yen. So what a normal Japanese people will do is, he will pick up a 1,000 Japanese yen paper currency, pay for those food and leave as soon as possible. However, what they won't do is trying to find those 5 yen coin or 10 yen coins to pay for those food. Because when you are finding those coins, you are actually keeping those people lining behind you waiting. Most of the Japanese people considering this kind of behavior is causing trouble for others. Yes, you might think sometimes leaving a bunch of coin in your wallet could be a little bit annoying. But when everyone else is trying to finish the business quickly and leave as soon as possible, why can't you just act the same way? It's kind of like since everyone else is flying the fighter planes towards the enemy warship, making those suicide attacks, why can't you just do the same things and die? Japanese people describe those person who act differently as kawatta mono or kawatta hito. If you're using Google Translation to translate those words, it literally means strange person. I mean, just in my opinion, as long as you don't break the law and don't cause that much trouble for the other peoples, it's okay with me. I mean, come on, it's a life. Why don't you just try to enjoy it a little bit and trying to be a little more free? So, we have talked about the following orders: stop acting differently, stop causing trouble for other peoples. So the final question is, can you really be yourself in Japan? Well, about that question, I have to say, it really depends on what country you came from. If you came from American, then with no doubt, there will be a lot of things which will make you quite uncomfortable. I mean, don't get confused. It doesn't matter where are you living. We are living inside a box which contains rules and law. The only things matter is how big is that box is. Came to visit Japan as a tourist and came to live in Japan is two different things. I mean, these things, they are not perfect. They have a good side and a bad side. In some situation, it's just depending on how you think. And that's the video for today. Thank you guys for watching this video, and I really hope you guys enjoy it. My name is Kyle. This channel is about food, life, and travel in Japan. If you like it, don't forget to subscribe. So I will see you guys in the next one. Have a good day.